Well, we can't talk Central without talking St. John's. Obviously, that Week 10 game was Central producing much different reaction on Airport Highway than Cherry Street. Titans hard to figure out, losing 3 out of their first 5 games, and then a Week 7 loss to Clay. But a win over Division III Mansfield, and yes, that win over Division III Central Catholic going a long way to getting them into the postseason for the first time since 2010. And for the first time under Larry McDaniel in his first season at the school. This is easy, right?
I'm not going to say that at all. But yeah, we had a lot riding on it. But once again, you know, it's our moniker all year has been the process. Mm-hmm. And that's what the kids focused on. They just said, okay, we're going to have a good week of practice, we're going to execute the game plan, and we're going to let the outcome be the outcome. And that's what happened, and we were fortunate to come out on the winning end of it.
It puts us on a roll as a team. We're rolling right now. Just beat Central. That was our first player game basically, and we just got to keep it rolling. Got a lot of momentum going into this game.
It's awesome. I mean, I've never went to the playoffs, so I've never experienced it, but I think it'll be a good experience. I think we'll learn from it. Our underclassmen will get us as a winning culture. I think it's good for our team.
Larry McDaniel, Dallas Gant, Demetrius Mistopoulos. I'll get it right one of these days. They're all pretty good. Now for more on St. John's, former St. John Titan and Michigan Wolverine Jack Miller joined us in studio today. And as you might expect, he had a pretty good weekend. The win over Central Catholic, Larry McDaniel's first year, gets him in the playoff. I mean, what a better night. Could there have been a better night for the Titans?
I don't think so. Huge, obviously, for that program and Coach McDaniel with his first year there and what they're trying to do. I don't think anybody really anticipated that being an upset, but you never know. I mean, that's why you play the game, and you get a bad weather situation late in the season. Titans playing to get into the playoffs. Central knew they were in and maybe took it a little bit for granted, and St. John's able to pull a huge upset, and certainly I'm happy about it.
I was just going to say, I imagine the shockwaves felt around the Titan alumni community were pretty big on Friday night.
That's been big. People have been talking about it around town. People are really excited for St. John's. We'll see if it translates into some sort of playoff run, and that's what I had a chance to speak to the team a few weeks ago, and that's what I told them is, you know, if you get hot at the right time, you never know what can happen. You look at the MLB playoffs, you look at playoffs in general, teams who aren't expected to, but all of a sudden stuff just starts clicking, and boom, you're off and running, and maybe St. John's has a chance to do that.
You mentioned you talked to him a few weeks ago, Jack. By just in my mind, what game was that you talked to?
It was the Clay game. It was a Thursday before they played, but yeah, I gave them a talk before that game, and they didn't go out and play that well. They ended up losing at Clay, so I'm done giving speeches.
Yeah,
to the
Jack
Titans.
will not be asked back to speak to the Titans, especially during the playoffs.
No, not at all.